Hey everybody, Nick Man here at V-Head Ranch with another episode of Is This a True Story or Just a Joke? So my wife and I decided to go on a little weekend getaway, and we went out to the Twisted Sisters. And she doesn't ride a motorcycle, and I don't want her to, and I don't want her to ride with me because God forbid I do something, and I would never live with that, be able to live with that. So I do my thing, and that's it. But I did have her with me. We rode the Twisted Sisters, and it's very dangerous. So we are at the end of the Twisted Sisters, and my wife's like, she has to use the restroom, and I said, hey, let's go to a winery. She's like, all right. Well, I learned there's a difference between a winery and a vineyard. A vineyard grows grapes and makes wine. A winery is just some dude in a house that buys the grape juice and he mixes it and then he sells it to you. And I told her, no, we're going to go to this vineyard. She's like, okay, where is this? I said 60 miles east towards home. This was on a Sunday. So, okay, so we go there. Then after that, we just go home and our trip is done. I'll be home on Monday. And she's like, yeah. So we go 60 miles east to this vineyard. We had a great time. We do a sampling, which was $30 a person. My wife was pissed. She's like, I can't believe I spent that much money for a sampling. Yeah, I know what you're saying. So she's like, you know what? I want to do camping one more night. So where do you want to go? She goes, I want to go at Lost Maple. I think it's called Lost Maple. I'm like, we were just there. So I'm like, what do I care? I'm spending time with my wife, having a good time riding the car. So we drive 60 miles back. We go through, so there's one leg of the Twisted Sisters that we have to take. So we take the Twisted Sisters, and it's getting dark, and I've never done Twisted Sisters at night because it is that dangerous. So we go there, and we get to the campsite, and we're sitting there driving around, and my wife goes, let's go home. And I'm like, but I don't care. I'm having a good time. So like, all right. So we drive back, and I only have to ride the last leg of the Twisted Sisters at night. And I have never done it at night, so I'm kind of paranoid. I'm in a truck, and some of these turns, they're sharp, and with a big, SUV, you'll flip over. So I'm driving slow-ish. I'm driving the speed limit, plus or minus 5. And my wife, she's got the music going on, and I drive by, and I catch in the corner of my eye a headlight and a guy honking his horn at me. And I go, did that guy just honk his horn at me? She's like, he sure did. So I'm thinking, earlier during the day, there was these guys on quad runners. They were going across the street back and forth. And I'm thinking to myself, was I driving too fast? And these guys were letting me know I was an idiot. So I go, is those quad runners? She goes, I don't know. Maybe we should go back and check. Maybe a guy fell off his motorcycle. I said, oh, what the heck? It doesn't cost us anything. So we slowed down. We turned around. We drove by, rolled down the windows, turned off the radio. And all of a sudden, it's getting closer. It was a dude. He went off the road. He was 20 feet off the side of the road, 10 feet below the grade, in 4 feet tall of grass or weeds or whatever, tall grass. Nobody saw him. Nobody could hear him. I get to him, and he's like, his right leg was trapped between the exhaust and his saddlebag. He goes, man, my leg's been burning. I said, how long you been here? He goes, I don't know. I said, was it daylight or was it dark? He goes, daylight. I said, dude, you've been here for 3 or 4 hours. He goes, I don't know. And so he's like, help me out. So I take his saddlebag and I Superman it and bend it back, and he popped out his leg. And just that relief of, and he started crying, which, I don't blame him. He's freaking out there dying. So my wife calls 911. They're coming out. I go out there. She goes talking to him, and she's witnessing to him and telling, God doesn't love me. She said, oh, he does. I don't have anybody. My wife said, look, everybody died in my family as far as blood related. The only thing I have now is my husband and his children. So, you make friends, make new friends. And, finally the ambulance came. And they took him off. And yeah, that is 100% true story. And it's weird how God puts you in places. There was no reason for us to go all the way back out there just to turn around and leave. I truly believe that man, nobody saw him. Nobody heard him. And for whatever reason, even one of my friends says, I wouldn't have stopped for someone honking their horn at me. I said, yeah. And I think we saved a man's life. I don't know. But God uses you. Let him. Have a great day. God bless y'all.